Hello and welcome to Castaway Gamer TV. There are many useless mods out there, and usually I don't showcase them, but today I'm making an exception. Because this is frankly kind of useless. It's like getting an overpowered go-kart that doesn't really do anything. So today we're going to be looking at transportation mods. Now there are kind of two mods combined as one. One is actually the car mod, and the other is the parachute mod. Both are kind of flawed in my opinion, but that's too freaking bad because you're still going to be looking at it. So to make a car, you have to make various different parts: wheels, engine, and actually the body itself, which I'm cheating to get.
Cheater, pumpkin eater, something, I forget the rest.
Well, that's great because, you know, I've always wanted to be called something, and I forget the rest. So there you have it. That's a car. Kind of looks like a 3-year-old's version of a minecart with different colors. And look, it's a 3-year-old's version of a minecart with different colors. So basically, this is like a minecart except on land and with sick acceleration for no apparent reason. Because I don't know where you would fit an engine on that. Do you? I'll take that as a no. So to make this work, you basically have to have coal. So a coal-powered engine, as you know, can reach the blistering speed of 50 miles per hour on a train. So this is a tiny little car. I don't know how it's going so freaking fast. Now, unfortunately, it can only go up one block. So if anything's higher than it, and I just like hovered over a chasm there, but so anything one block higher, it will basically jump over. Yeah, water also kills your engine. But being only able to jump one block higher, basically makes you glitch every time you jump over. So you may be going at a huge speed and then suddenly stop and just go back to the beginning of your speed parabolic curve. I don't know what you would call it. Anyways, that's just one of the many problems that this mod has. The other problem is that when you're trying to use a bow with it, if you don't run into nothing because you're trying to drive and shoot a bow, you'll end up shooting your own minecart, which isn't very smart because you need that to drive. Now, the other problem is that it takes forever to break with something other than a pickaxe. And finally, if you do try to manage to get your bow and aim and accurate, you'll just jump out of your cart yourself and then break it. So obviously not a very good combo. The next thing is, cows are apparently made of reinforced iron. Because as many times as you want to try to go through them or around them, you'll just basically run into them and not move ever. Like that. And you can't punch anything because you'll just punch your cart. Because apparently your fist can't go over the 2 centimeter high. Yeah, there you go. Wonderful. Swords don't work either, so don't even try it.
Well, that's kind of disappointing, Sean. What else? What other kinds of flaws do we have in this?
Apart from the cow that I mean, like, literally, if I had a cow going on a highway, the cow would break the top of my windshield and I'd probably die. In this, you come to a sudden stop, with no regard for whiplash. Seriously, what the heck? I really don't understand how a cow's legs can be better than a coal-powered engine, even if it's on this tiny, and then there goes that.
Apparently it doesn't understand the laws of physics either. It levitates over gaps. But I think everybody can see that at this point.
Yeah. So essentially, this is a comparison between what you normal ride. So this is basically how you would get around. You would use this as a transportation method instead of walking or running or run jumping. So in a little picture up there is me running, and you can compare that to riding in the car. Now you would think on the straightaways that the car would be faster, but as soon as you hit any ridge or anything higher than one block, you would just immediately stop. So it's not really as useful, and you're also using coal. So think of how expensive it is.
Very.
Anyways, this is kind of a neat mod. Doesn't work at all like it's supposed to, but it's a parachute mod. So just 3 wool and a couple bit of string, so kind of cheap to make. Yeah, and it doesn't work at all for me. Not at all. I just jumped off a cliff for no reason. You basically need a 3-block gap between you and ground, and basically it's not a parachute more than it is a hovercraft that lifts you 60 miles in the air. Really, I do not understand how this is. I'm going down at a speed of nothing. It's probably like the size of a circus tent above me to make me glow this slowly. Really.
How did you get up so high?
Did I catch an updraft?
No,
I really don't understand.
I think you might have manipulated the dark matter around you to create an updraft.
That's what it was.
Well, you explain it then, Sean. Explain away the physics.
The way I think of it is I caught an updraft. Or, I don't know. It's actually a helicopter in disguise.
Okay.
It does give you some nice panoramic views of the scenery. I will give it that. And look at this. Should a parachute be able to work when you jump into a hole in the ground? That makes no sense. But anyway, so out of my man-made tower, the higher you are when you jump, the higher up you go. So starting on hills make you go higher and you can basically float farther. But it'll basically work anywhere. You can jump, you can literally, if you have 3 blocks of air below you, and you right-click with it, you can basically fly to wherever you want. Mind you, it is slow, so it's not really worth it. But it is pretty. I will give it that. It is pretty. Well, no, see, when I was playing it, I didn't think it was that shitty until I actually played it, and then it found it. Like, the way they advertised it on the little pages, I'm trying to jump and see if it just works out of nothing. But here we go. Look at this. Look, a hovel into the air. Doesn't matter. Tiny little hole on the ground. Still gives you enough lift to fly 50 feet in the air.
Maybe it should have been an airplane or a helicopter instead. That would have...
Well, there are plenty of good like helicopter and airplane mods, and they've been around for a while. And actually, no, I didn't showcase. Never mind. But I've seen showcases of them. But I chose the shitty parachute mod because that's how we do it over here in Castaway Gaming TV. We choose shit. Subscribe.
Maybe next time we should just ridicule the shit.